Welcome to Ink in the Eyes. I'm Skinny Arm Salisbury.
No.
With me is the darling Ace McAlpine, who is today going to enthrall us with a comic called Blue Lock.
It
Shall it?
is another manga.
Excellent. Love it. Here for
I
it.
heard from the powers that be that it is. I don't know if rising in popularity is the right word, but the second season of the anime just came to Netflix. So
Ooh.
it is in the ether.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was not a big fan.
Oh.
Um, I don't know if I should wait till the end to reveal to you why. Because there are some interesting elements to it. I considered to myself long and hard if I should refer to it as a soccer book or a football book.
Foot.
And I've decided on soccer because
Why? Because you're wrong.
all of the people who refer to it as soccer, if I say football, they're going to be like, what's she talking about? There's a soccer ball there. Versus everyone else in the world will be like, oh, Americans. But they will know what I'm talking about when I say soccer. And isn't that the point of language?
You know
Although,
how many memes I've seen or reels I've seen we are not looking forward to the World Cup. Why do you guys
because
have
they're
the
going
World
to
Cup?
keep
You've
saying,
got so many sports. Just don't like. I know
I
there's
don't
loads of
follow
money
it
over
at
there. I know
all.
FIFA loves money, and it's just oh god, it's
Oh,
gonna be so
yeah. Aren't
awful.
they corrupt? Can I say that?
Yeah, very, 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 very corrupt. You
Okay.
can say
Well,
that. Yeah.
there you go. They must love our president.
Well, they gave him the Peace Prize, didn't they?
FIFA did?
Yeah. Did you not remember this? This was only
I
like
tried to look into it as little as humanly possible
well, yeah.
for
I mean,
the
if you're
sake
not
of my
into
own
if you're not
mental
into
health.
football and you're not into Trump, then
Football or the Peace Prize
or the
being
Peace
given
Prize.
to
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
man
yeah. Yeah. So
who
they gave him a
started
Peace
a
Prize. I'm not
genocide.
sure under what guise, but like I did, like literally, I just saw the headline. I was like, this fucking world, man.
I
Like
think he might have named the Peace Institute after himself.
it's like a Black Mirror episode. I was like, this is
Yep. It's my everyday life.
yeah, this is why I don't read the
Um,
news or watch the news anymore. Anyway, so it's
what
about
was I on with
football.
this? Oh, if you keep saying football, there's a good chance I will just swap into calling it football.
Well, there's football and American football.
Yeah. American football. And to be fair, when I'm talking to you, I'm pretty good about saying
You are,
American
to be
football.
fair, and you've started using Celsius as well, so we're doing really well.
I want to learn Celsius so much because it's nonsense, but I recognize
It's not nonsense.
if I go anywhere else, it
Literally
just
anywhere.
doesn't make sense.
Except Canada. Canada has a even stranger.
Yeah.
Theirs was
Wait, did
like,
you get the thing I sent you about?
yes, 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 yes. Yes. When I was in Canada and they were like, water temperature is Celsius, but everything else was Fahrenheit. And I ruined my friend's dish because we were both barbecuing, but we were taking it in turns of like, I was doing one thing, he was doing another. And I switched the temperature to Celsius and he put the thermometer in and obviously set it to the Fahrenheit one. So it was like miles to yeah, it was a burn basically. I burnt his food because I was like, right, needs to be I can't remember what we were cooking. I think it was 65 degrees Celsius. And so
You didn't think that seems unusually high?
um
Because Fahrenheit, it's gonna be like most meat is like 160.
that was it. He put 160 in. That was how it worked. You've reminded
And
me.
so
He put
wouldn't
like
you
you know
be
how you can
like
put like a
160 Celsius?
yeah, you can put like a beep so when it hits a certain
Oh,
temperature.
so you just weren't looking at it.
And I wasn't looking. I just changed it to Celsius. I was doing the right thing, whereas he put it on his. I gave him the thing. He put it in the burgers, set it to 126, 100 and whatever you just said it was, and then left it, not checking whether it was Celsius. And
Oh.
obviously, cooked meat is between 65 and 72 Celsius, so chicken is 72. Um, and fucking cremated, cremated these burgers before we realised. what it was. Yeah.
That's
So always check. Always use one form.
nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Blue Lock.
Blue Lock.
About sports. It is. This young lad is on his high school soccer team, and they're playing a match. If they win this match, they will get to go to nationals. And he has the ball and is about to score, and he's like, oh, I don't know. And then his teammate's there, and he's like, oh, I'll pass to the teammate. Teammate misses. They're no longer in the championships. This isn't integral to the story. I mention it because there's an interesting part later where the man says, the like head coach who's in charge of developing, I think it's a striker they need, an ace striker for the Japanese team to go to. I don't know if it's Worlds. I think it's Worlds because they don't mention the Olympics. And like Japan's never won and they want that honor. And he said the Japanese are too considerate and none of them have big enough egos. So he needs to develop a program to give the players a huge ego, like all the famous players or the famous strikers that say, oh, I don't care about my team. It's just me who's the best and I would win anywhere. Which I thought was really interesting. And I don't know enough about Japanese culture to be like, yeah, they are ultra considerate. Or you look like you have thoughts. Please.
No, I don't really. I don't really know enough. There is the stereotype that they're deferential, and they have a very polite society. I remember reading a book about communication, and it was intercultural communication. It was like how the Japanese are very deferential, British are very polite, and like using that cultural context.
And that's how the Americans rose to power, because no one wanted to tell them no.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know enough, but it's an interesting concept. It's also an interesting concept of like why in a team game you would want somebody to,
especially because this position that he's trying to find a player for, I think they want someone who's going to take the chance to score the tricky shots, believe in themselves, have the confidence to, and ability to.
It depends though, because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, because like you will get a lot of shit if you don't. If you go for goal and your teammate's wide open, you'll also get a lot of shit for that. So like,
well, so that's the thing. They actually bring up that example, and he's like, I want someone who will go for the shot and will not pass.
That's what I mean. Is you may cock it up if your teammate's open and you're not, and you go for goal. It's a team game at the end of the day. I don't know. I'm not.
It is
I'm
a team game. And
sold on the premise here.
Are thinking in the beginning. And so anyway, he collects the top 300 high school players, I guess, and from all over the country, and brings them to this compound called Blue Lock, where he said, we're going to train you, you're going to go through competitions, and we're going to find the number one best person. And initially they were all like, what? I can't abandon my team. And so the main character meets with the player, his like counterpart from the team who just beat them, and he was like nice to him, and he was like, hey, what's up, you know, this is really strange, it's nice to see a friendly face. And so he is the one who speaks up, and he's like, I'm about to go to nationals, I can't leave my team and abandon my team, what are you talking about? Anyway, they do all end up going for this chance to play for the Japanese team. He did say, though, if you lose this competition, you're never allowed to play for Team Japan ever, which I thought was a bit harsh, but
that is a bit harsh, although probably understandable.
Motivate them. I will show you a picture of this man who looks
I have a feeling that they did extremely well in the last World Cup.
Japan?
Yeah.
I know nothing about the actual sport.
I know, because you did say, I didn't want to bring it up, but you did say, I don't know whether this is to do with the World Cups or Olympics. And I was like, no one gives a shit about football in the Olympics.
Oh, okay.
They,
Do they even have it in the Olympics?
they do have it in the Olympics.
See, I'm aware of things.
You are aware of things.
And I did say World
They,
Cup.
I think you
To be fair, it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago I read this. Okay, this man, just the way he's drawn is crazy to me.
Oh, it is
He's
quite,
like
yeah, he is quite creepy.
spidery.
Yeah, very much so.
And I just, even here, I found that very striking.
Yeah.
He's a little bit crazy. But I think they wanted someone a little bit crazy to.
Is this based on a true story?
No. At least as far as I know. No, I don't think so, because what I'll get into later. Anyway, our friend here, he's number 299. They're ranked as soon as they get in.
Right.
And so he is at the bottom of the pile and has to fight for his life.
Is that a spoiler?
Not his life. They're not going to kill him, but
Oh, okay. I thought that was going to be a spoiler.
he's not thrown out in the first book, but
It
there's
was
a
like
million books.
It was like a
so-
Squid Game thing where it is actually
Oh,
fighting
no,
for your
they're
life.
not actually killed.
Oh, okay.
So. Oh, I suppose I should say the story is. I don't know how to say this name. Muniyuki,
Go on, I fucked up so
Hero?
many names, so you have to go for it.
and the art is by Yusuke Namura.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. There are a lot of characterization essays, videos about this on YouTube and stuff.
Ah, okay.
About their ego type, their talent, their... I'm not going to be continuing to read this or watch the anime, as previously said, and I'll tell you why after I explain this.
Okay.
But one that I found really interesting, and actually, to be fair, it's I assume this was intentional, and so it was written quite, like the characterization was quite interesting and cool, because there's a huge cast of characters. You really only see for his team, there's a handful of them. I don't remember the exact number. Probably the number that's supposed to be on a team, plus one, because one guy gets kicked out. Would you like to share with me how many people? Don't laugh at me!
No, it's just amazing that you did a football one. Clearly.
I'm expanding my horizons.
You are expanding your horizons, proud of you.
And it's rude of you to laugh.
It is rude of you to laugh. That is true, it is very rude of me to laugh.
I'd like an apology.
I apologise, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Do you want me to find out the number?
No.
So I could have said they're just separated into groups and
You could have said groups.
lied about my misgivings, but I'm being honest with you. There's a...
Thank you. I appreciate the honesty and I appreciate the vulnerability, and I apologise for laughing.
Thank you. They're playing a game of tag. So there's a group of them. They're in 5 different things, and there's a bunch of teams in each like block of the compound. It's in a pentagon shape. They're Team Z, because
Okay.
again, at the lowest of the pile, and their tag is the ball is in the court because the room they're locked in is the size of half a field, and they're in there all the time. Like, they're practicing in there. They seem to be sleeping in there. I assume there's an exercise room and a cafeteria they get to leave for, but they're always in this room. And the ball drops in, and they have, it's a very specific number, like 2 minutes and something seconds. It basically turns out to be the amount of time on average each player has the ball in a game, and they have to play tag. So they have to kick someone with the ball, and the last person to be quote unquote it is kicked out of the competition.
Wow.
Right off the gate. That wasn't a characterization, that was just a fun anecdote.
That was a fun anecdote. I'm trying to think of how that would work though. So there's 5 sets of 11. They're all playing one person. He's in the duffer team. I assume.
Yeah, but he never sees the other teams in this book.
Ah, okay.
So he only, that's what I mean by each of them are in a little room and they never
They're in that little
actually
group.
see. They're in a cafeteria briefly, and like they get meals based on their ranking. And so he gets natto, and he's like, oh, for every meal. Do you know what natto is?
I don't think I do actually.
It's a fermented soybean. I've had it. It doesn't taste great, but it's supposed to be like a miracle food for heart health. They've done a lot of studies on it, and it's really, really good for you. And fermented foods in general, I think, are quite good for your digestion and stuff. But we saw a news segment on it, like on our local news. I don't know why, but they were all tasting it. And this is our family's opinion, but all the men who tried it had such a severe reaction to the taste.
No way.
And like my dad did too. He was like, this is terrible, this is awful. And I tasted it. It's not great, but like it's not.
Does it taste fermented? What is the taste?
I don't know. My dad said it tasted like tires.
Okay. Yeah.
This was a long time ago, and I haven't had it since. Yeah. It's like I said, I don't think it's the worst thing I've ever had. Up there, but it's not like.
It's not.
I did eat it all. I would eat it again, probably, just because I know how.
What's the worst thing you've eaten? Off the bat,
Oh.
I'm sure there's something big, but go on.
So when I was young, between 8 and 12, let's say 12, I was up at Christmas with my mom's family, and so ton of people, and we do like Christmas morning brunch, and so it's a big buffet. Everyone kind of brings stuff, and everyone runs wild in the house. And so my aunt had brought a plate, I don't know, of like nuts and fruits and whatever, and I picked up something I thought was a candied pineapple. It was in fact candied ginger. And I just threw the whole thing in my mouth. And as a child, I had never encountered anything so horrible.
Like I like candied ginger, but if I thought it was something else, that would be like.
I thought it was a pineapple, and it was also it was like pineapple piece sized. So that's like now I'll eat ginger candy, but I think just because of the shock, it was so memorable. Even now,
it's like when you do the black olive grape thing when you pick one up as a kid as well. That's like super great. I have done that, and that was like vile. Simply because you're expecting something that's so far from that.
Yeah.
Mine was lamb trotters.
What are lamb trotters? Hoofs?
Hoofs. Yeah, that was the worst thing I've ever eaten. It was my friend who is not my friend, my ex-boss, who was Iranian, and he cooked this like stewed lamb trotter thing, and it was just like as exactly as you can imagine a hoof being, like.
Isn't a hoof like a fingernail?
Gristly, yeah, but there's like the gristle in between. So it was kind of like, here's the hoof. People listening to this will be like, oh my god, it's a delicacy, but it wasn't. Hoof, and then there's the gristly bit underneath. And I was like, this is too rich, too gristly for me. And the guy was like, to be honest, it is quite a strong taste. It's a unique one. So I've never eaten it since. I'm sure if you prepared it another way, or maybe if you were into it, and now I'm a bit older, yada yada yada. But like, I was like, this is gross. Gross. Gross.
Wild. I'm trying to think of other things I've eaten and just hated. Because there have been moments where I'm like, this is terrible. You're just trying to get through it. I think really dry chicken is one that Why are you laughing? Or
Just
like
the
steak,
really,
really dry steak.
yeah. Really good dry steak I've not had so many times, but like really dry chicken reminds me of like when you're living in a massive house share or living in a house share
Oh yeah.
and you're
Oh my God. I used.
and you're running loads or you're doing loads of exercise and so you're like have to just get the calories in. So you're just like, oh God, this is awful. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. When you're learning how to cook too. Luckily,
And when
my
you're learning how to cook, exactly,
they're good
exactly.
cooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you learn a lot about football during this comic? Did you get excited for the World Cup?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
There are 11 people on a team. I apologize again for laughing at you. Are there 11 people on the
You apologize
field?
enough.
But you can't. There's the
Let
old
me see.
thing, if you can't win a World Cup with 14 people, so you need like quite a deep squad to win a World Cup. You can't just have a few star players. So if you look back at like winning teams,
There's 11 people. So there's 12, but then they
yeah,
play that game and kick one off, and then
yeah,
there's 11 people.
yeah, that's perfect. But also that his rule doesn't really work. I wonder how into football he is. He must be into
Well, so
football.
he's just looking for this one player.
Ah,
I
okay.
think the next season, because at the very end of this, they introduce someone who's of a different. He's a midfielder, him, and he has a big ego too. So I'm sure he'll come up. Oh, I know he comes up because he was in one of the analysis videos for the new season that just came out, where it sounds like they've selected all the players on the team and are investigating how the egos clash.
There's your problem. I remember when, oh God, who was it? One of the Real Madrid um, managers years ago. When he quit, he was like, "I'm not here to manage prima donnas." It was basically like they basically bought a really good team. Now Real are an incredible team, but historically, but there was one time when they just bought people that just didn't gel together at all, and you could kind of tell.
I like women's soccer better than men's soccer. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I find them a bit too dramatic in men's soccer.
Yeah.
When like someone brushes them and then they collapse to
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
ground.
there is a
And
lot
you're
of
like,
that.
I'm dying. Give
Not
me a
sure. Yeah,
penalty.
yeah,
And then they jump up and are fine.
and they're fine. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, you've got to go down. If somebody touches you, you've got to
No.
go down. Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just not my culture.
No, you lot smash into each other and give yourself
Yeah.
massive, massive head
That's what I
traumas.
If we talked about American football, I do actually know the rules to that one.
That debilitate people for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
We had to watch a documentary for that in school. I forget what class. But we
Really.
did watch a documentary on how they're all just it's awful. It's like
Because
really awful brain
you
damage.
started so young as well. I think
Yeah.
that's the main problem. Is like to be good at it. Obviously, you need to be as a kid, and you're just continuously having like head injury after head injury.
Yeah.
It's
And
terrifying.
like most things in
Terrifying.
this country, they're so rich they just cover it up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was watching a really good documentary about WWE, um, and the cover-ups of that basically of like how injured they are and how like a lot of them are addicted to opioids because they're just like
A lot
blasted,
of
then
pain.
got back into the ring, and they've got serious,
Maybe
serious
we
problems with them.
shouldn't
So,
brutalize our physical habitations of this life.
yeah. See, that's where you go down in football.
Do you watch football a lot?
Not really. I used to watch a lot
Did you
when I was
play?
living at home. No. My brother played, I didn't. My dad didn't really like football, so I was put into rugby, which was probably the biggest error of my life. Had anybody have looked at me, I was Slinky Arm Salisbury, as aforementioned, and gone, what sport should this man do? Or more importantly, what sport should this man never do? It would be rugby. I just got fucking smashed around. My
Yeah, it's
dad's
funny
like,
'cause I think my dad did the same thing.
my dad's quite broad and he's quite
Very
big. He was a big old guy, and I take after his dad's family, whereas he took after his mum's side, and yeah, I just got fucking blitzed, and then got moved out to the wing more and more and more, like away from things. Your dad played rugby.
I think so. But he again was very slim, very small.
Yeah.
The only thing, briefly, I think this was just a side anecdote my mom told us once. I think he was small enough he was faster than them. I think this was the story I was
Yeah.
told. I could be making this up.
So yeah, there's a lot of very fast positions that you need for rugby, but you also need to be able to hold your own.
I don't know if he played one of the. I don't remember. I remember this discussion of like there were quick positions.
Yeah. Wingers and fly halves.
And he should have been
quite
in one of
expensive,
them.
quite quick. Yeah. But to be fair, when it's like amateur, it never really goes out to the wing anyway. It's only in like the professional sport that you see it go out to the wing. Women's rugby is way better than women's men's. That's my controversial take.
Oh,
Much better.
I
Especially
used to write. I wrote a few articles about the women's rugby team on my university.
Oh yeah.
My one friend so wanted to join. I don't know why, but she was like, "We should join rugby." And I was like,
It's a good sport.
"What's the thing?"
Good sport, but it's not. I just don't like the posh boy mentality, which really. There's
I don't
loads better.
think
There's
you
loads
get
better
that
than running.
as
Yeah.
much here.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not really posh. There are, but I think less so.
Yeah, I just find with the winnings, there's way better running. Whereas the man, it's like hit, rut, hit, rut, hit, rut. It's like a lot slower. Like there's not as good like sprinting. Whereas when with the women's, don't know why. There's a lot more running. There's a lot more like breaks and stuff. Looks quite cool. Quite cool to watch. That's mine.
Excellent.
That's mine.
Would you like to hear about the characterizations?
Please.
I show you a visual.
We can also just discuss sports for a while, but I'm sure there's going to be more sport chat. Sport
I
chat!
don't really do a lot of sports chats.
As I say, World Cup starting soon in the US
I will
of
not
A.
be watching that.
You have to watch it. It's the World Cup.
I watch the Olympics.
Yeah, obviously. That's the Olympics. You have to watch the World Cup as well.
No, I don't.
No.
Why would I have to watch? I don't know the rules. I don't want to.
Because it's in your country.
So?
You're the host nation. And you've got a really easy group.
And maybe I'll watch the women's because we have a good women's team.
You've got quite a good men's team, I think. Turkey, Australia, Paraguay, US.
I don't think our men's team
Would win
is
that group.
dramatic enough. And so they don't usually win. Although,
You don't win because you're not a football nation.
also
But
that.
you've ploughed loads of money.
There was a
into the region.
big fight with the women who were like, we keep winning. Your men's team doesn't. Pay us the same as the men's team a few years back. I think the men's team was also like, yeah, they should be getting paid the same. I think. Again, I don't follow.
Over there or in England? Because the English. Oh, okay. English women's team are fucking miles better than the men's. Like,
I do recall that
generally,
too.
like, miles better.
And yet, they don't get enough hype.
No.
Actually, in England, they get a...
They get loads of hype. The Lionesses are a national treasure.
I'm making a graph for you, sorry.
Oh, you're making a graph for me.
I spelled prodigy wrong, so I kind
So-
of scribbled it.
USA, Paraguay, Australia, Turkey. It's a tasty group.
Tasty group.
Show me the graph.
I sent you the Metro take where he said you should only be allowed to stay in the U.S. if your culture has good food. Or New York, he said. You should only be allowed in New York if your culture has good I think I sent that to you because he then made fun of Manchester artists. He was like British food? he was like talking. I've definitely sent this to you because he like, you don't want someone from Manchester. Like, what kind of food do you offer? And then he was like, I've never actually been to England. I don't know why I'm picking on them.
Yeah, I mean, there's a comedian, I forget the comedian's name, but he was like, no one from no one from the Caribbean is going to colonize anywhere because you've got great weather and good food and great women. It's like you're from Britain, you need to colonize everywhere because men and women are ugly as sin. Your food's shit and your weather's terrible. You've got to go somewhere else. It's like, yeah, it's true.
Anyway, here's your graph.
Thank you.
So your environment type is you either thrive in freedom or under restriction. And then your soccer play type, I don't know, is you're either a genius or a prodigy. And so the geniuses have, this isn't real life. So you don't have to think. The geniuses have special attributes. The guy said weapons, but I think they're borderline magic powers. Like the one guy sprinted unnaturally fast, and then another player had really
Just-
unnaturally long
It still has
legs.
that manga element to it.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
And so, like, one of the players who I don't think I've met yet in this first book, he had a lust for goal scoring.
Ooh.
So apparently this, like, rage comes over him. And so it's, like, basically special powers. And
Right.
then the other side, the prodigies have a very logical and analytical style of play. And so they analyze the field and strategize, basically. Now, I think they also have special play types and characterizations because the example they gave was there's one player who has this chameleon play, and from context clues, I'm going to guess that means he can mirror someone else's play style to counteract that. So there's your genius versus
It's
prodigy.
genius versus prodigy.
Do you think he'd be a genius or a prodigy?
Prodigy? Question mark?
All right, I'll allow it. You consider yourself analytical?
I think I'm more analytical than
Strategy?
I'm naturally talented at anything. It's more I'm not the other. So it's not that I'm one thing, it's more that I'm not. I don't have like ultra fast speed or natural legs or yeah.
You have good
special
endurance.
skills. I've good
You
endurance.
just get up and do marathons for fun on the weekend without any thought.
Bit less, but yeah. Yeah. I have done that. I have done that on the weekend without a thought.
There you
True.
go.
True.
So genius.
Genius.
And then environmental factors. Freedom is they thrive in options. So when they have a lot of different paths, options, and they can decide and play how they want, they do really well. Versus restriction, when they do really well once forced into a role or have a lot of confinements, or even if it's a self thing, like they're ready to shatter expectations or they've lost their sense of pride from a previous loss. And so they have that extra added pressure. Any,
What do you think you are, freedom or restrictive?
I think I want to be freedom, but I actually think I would probably be restriction. Because I think I do well in a crisis.
Yeah,
When I'm given too many options, I procrastinate.
that's true actually. I never thought of it like that. I would say freedom myself because I'm one of the people who like I don't do I thrive well in a deadline? I like to get my work done early. I don't like it being done last minute. But when I have too many options, I do get option paralysis.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
trying
you're
to think of
very-
sports.
Sports. I mean, all mine are individualistic sports. All the sports that I
Me
did
too.
good at, they were all like running, cycling, swimming.
Mine was swim and taekwondo. And my mom was like, should I put you in team sports?
Yeah, I kind of think I should have been So there's just rugby and
I
football,
think that's
and like I
fine.
wasn't interested in football. I was too little for rugby.
Um, then I think in a sport context, actually might have been better in a freedom. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe I am restriction. Anyway, the example they talked about that I actually understood was about this fellow
Okay.
who I've only just met. But again, this was an analysis for season 2. So his name is Sai. He's a midfielder, and all of his kicks are in a golden ratio. So whenever they draw him on the field and he's done like a really far fancy kick, it's in, the swirl, the golden ratio.
Hmm.
It's in that
That's quite cool.
pathway. Yeah, so clearly there's a lot of thought behind the characters and
Like
their.
Roberto Carlos when he did the free kick.
I don't know who that is. However, this fellow is a freedom prodigy because he has that analysis of the golden ratio and the like scienciness of it.
Yeah.
And when he has the options and freedom to place the kick more best.
So you should check out Roberto Carlos. Just type in Roberto Carlos. Not now. Roberto Carlos's free kick. I'll send it you later because you won't do that. I already know you're not going to do this.
I wrote it in my notes, so I might.
So yeah, it's like a physicist wrote a paper on that
On his kicking?
on that free kick, specifically that free kick.
Oh.
It was incredible. Like it's how the ball spins to reduce the pressure on one side. So
Now, did he do that on purpose
yeah,
or
yeah, he was phenomenal. Probably still, yeah,
probably still is?
he still is. Then I was like, is he still alive? I think he's still alive. It's from the 90s. Brazil is when Brazil were just the dominant force.
Nice.
That's all. Sorry. Continue. So
Don't be
golden
sorry.
ratio, prodigy. What?
That's all I had to say on the golden ratio.
Nice.
The only other discussion point I have for you is I started on this journey because I feel like the last manga we did, I didn't explain the like character tropes. I don't want to say tropes, but I can't think of a better word.
Yeah.
Very well. And so I was looking at them for the characters, but you don't really get to know many of the characters other than him. There's another person on his team who's a little bit, I would describe him as manic. He's just a little bit crazy, but also seems
Like,
very, very smart.
I was going to say, like, what's the phrase that everybody uses recently? Is it like positive chaos, negative chaos? What do you kids call it?
Oh, wait,
called it
do you
me.
mean the D&D alignment?
Neutral. Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Chaotic good.
Chaotic good. And you called me chaotic neutral, was it? Or
Oh,
did you
chaotic
say-
neutral.
or did you say
Forget what you
chaotic
said.
good?
Yeah. And then chaotic evil. You don't know if he seems to be friendly with the main character, but you don't really know because it is a competition, and presumably there's going to come a point where only one of them can win. And so
So, is
Now,
it for
they're
each of the sorry to interrupt? Is it for each of the positions?
No, it's just this. It's these 300 players. They're searching for this one position.
But,
I don't know how they're finding the rest of the team.
okay.
That season.
Because it'd be worthwhile if they just did that for the whole team, which is kind of grassroots team. That's kind of what happens, I suppose. So.
Well, like I said, there's the guy at the end. He's supposed to go to Spain because he's like, everyone in this country is terrible. I will never represent Japan. But then he hears they do a press conference about this Blue Lock program, and he was like, actually, that sounds interesting. Let me stick around.
Interesting. I
And
mean,
he's in
if I
season
was
2,
going to be a
so.
footballer, I would go to Spain, but
Well, I think the goal is for them to win the World Cup and bring glory to Japan. It's interesting because I saw one of the videos I saw was someone saying now that the Blue Lock team has competed against France, where are their rankings? Like it's a real team.
well,
And I
number
guess
one,
like
I would
whenever the
imagine.
episode came out, well, it's not the real French team. It's the show, the
Sorry,
game. So we don't know how good or bad they are.
France. Well, yeah, France are amazing. They won last
I
one.
didn't realize France was that good.
Yeah, very.
You keep talking about the men's team. I don't care.
Well,
Let's talk about
Spain and England. We came second. We were runner up. Won the Euros. We were second in the Euros, and then God, I should know this. Won the
how
Euros, second in the
is the
runner up
Euro
in the World Cup, and then I think we were second in the Euros again.
is the World Cup every year?
No, World Cup is every 4 years.
Is the Euros every 4 years?
Also every 4 years, but hit on the two. So it was like World
What?
Cup, 2 years Euro, 2 years World Cup, 2 years Euro.
Okay, yeah, that was my
So
question.
yeah,
Where's the
yeah.
Olympics?
Every 4 years. But you've
Okay.
tested me on that.
This is your life. You should know all the answers.
I should know. I should know all the answers.
So anyway, I think his character trope is the underdog because he's second to last, and we are following him. So presumably he's gonna make it pretty far.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any of the like. He's not
He's
the
n-
biggest guy. He's not the fastest. He's not the most powerful.
So he's not found his magic yet.
No, I don't know if he will have magic.
He's got to find something.
We had moments of seeing he's quite analytical. And I think his instincts are good because the tag, he was it up until the last couple seconds.
Hmm.
And so he can make good split-second decisions. And he had kind of this eye thing going on, showing his power for what it was.
So he has this eye thing. Tell me more about this eye thing.
His eyes just went all squiggly, and then he made the genius kick.
Ah.
Let me see if I can find it. Oh. The scary man did it too. There's a lot of, here, you can kind of see it. His eyes go a little bit squiggly when he's looking at
Oh, that's good. There's a lot of.
Like, I showed you that one man looked kind of spider-like. The guy I said was a little bit manic. Let me see if I can. His smile is, it's like, it's not a horror story, but it has kind of drawings. And
Yeah, that is quite hot. Yeah.
like, even here, his smile is quite devious.
Yeah.
Yeah, the expressions are quite good. Yeah, that's it. So I'll tell you why I don't like it. Do you want to guess?
It's about football.
No. I can read things that...
I know you can, but like they wouldn't be as interesting.
No. Want to guess again?
Male orientated.
Yeah. So there's only one woman, and when I was looking up, it's not because there's no women in it. Like, I've read lots of books without women in it. It mildly irritates me, but I get over it. But so there's one woman, and apparently one of the tropes in sports manga is they have a female manager, which on one hand, I do think Japan has quite a male dominated
Apparently so.
culture.
Yeah.
Like, even the guy for the Olympics came out and started saying a lot of heinous things about women's sports. Do you remember that?
I remember that now.
was years ago. Anyway, and then I thought even of One Piece, like Nami's character, she is cool. Like she's, I think, a well created character, but she is at times, the responsible
She
one.
becomes the maternal. Yeah, 100%.
However, in this one, the woman, I guess she's the manager. She's trying to put together a team. She's barely in it, but I'm going to show you this frame and see if you can tell me why I saw that and was like, excuse me?
Is she topless?
No, but she's just a head and her breasts.
Is she just wearing a bikini
Has
though?
a shirt. No, she has like a shirt.
Oh right, sorry. By the looks of it, I was like, "That's a bikini."
It's a
I was
suit,
like,
so you can
what?
kind of see her suit here. But like this framing, I saw and was kind of like, really?
guys, come on.
I'm clearly not the target audience for this, but
Yeah, true.
and then at the end, she's doing a press conference defending Blue Lock. So you can see her here shouting, saying, because everyone's like, is this good for the kids? Like competing. And she's like, we're trying to make Japan the best. So she's rising up to give an important speech. And then the next image of her is only her face does not even make it into the frame.
Oh my god, you're joking me. Is that just her?
I'm not. That's like just her breasts. And her speech bubble. And because she's the only woman in the book, we do in fact know who it is. So it's not like there's any confusion. However,
So literally,
she has literally been reduced down to a single feature.
the tits are talking. Jesus Christ, that's hilarious. To be able to be like, as you're writing that in, and just be like, how would you write that in the script?
I don't know. I don't know if it was a script direction. I don't know if it was an artist decision. I just...
You'd hope it's an artist decision.
Would you?
Or you'd hope it's an editorial decision that they've accidentally just cut her out.
I don't think it was an accident.
I don't think it's that either. But if it's the script decision, that's insane. To be like, fuck it, we all know there's one woman. We all know it. If I just put a pair of North,
well, they probably talked around it, like, she's rising, show her torso getting off the table. You know what I mean? Like, surely.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Or, I'm gonna be honest, I think this is partially why manga sometimes gets a bad rap.
Yeah.
And so they could have just been like, show her breasts rising off of the table in victory.
We're only here for one thing. We've spent too much time with males and footballers.
The sweaty boys.
The sweaty boys. Put a pair of tits on the screen. We'll be fine for a bit.
Yeah. I wonder how that's in the anime. But I will not be watching.
No, there's a lot of... you were telling me about they always have a young girl as well, don't they?
Oh, that's not always.
Always,
that's why I feel
often,
bad.
but-
That's the only example I came up. It's called. Oh, I got the term wrong. Lolly. That's what it is.
Lolly.
It's Loli, which is short for Lolita.
Okay.
And so when I learned that, I was like, because I knew some people who were really into that, like college-aged boys. And at the time, I was
Were
like,
they
what?
college-age boys, or you know them
Yeah.
now? Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't know them now. It was when I was in college.
Got you.
College as in, like, American college, university.
University
not high
age,
school.
yeah.
Yeah. And if you think of the maid cafes in Japan, it is... Have you seen these?
You told me about them, yeah.
It's girls dressing up as maids in poofy skirts and talking in a really high voice and serving you. And it's a tourist thing, but also they do have security to kick out the creepy men who do come and try to get the girls' numbers.
That's good. That's good that they have security.
But that's why I felt bad, because that was the only trope I could think of, because I don't read a lot of anime, manga. But like for this, I do think the underdog is quite a common trope. I started watching one anime years ago. I was watching it with someone, and so never finished it. But it was called Noragami, and it was about a god who was like a really low level god and trying to do like favors he was a messenger and trying to do favors for people to earn money, like not worshiping, but you know, like
kind of thing. Yeah.
And so his whole goal was to become like a really big god and have a big temple that people would come and worship. And so it's kind of that low level underdog success.
I wonder if because we have a huge thing for underdog stories here.
Yeah, we do too.
I wonder if I was going to say, I wonder if it's to do with like deferential societies, but obviously not if America does too.
I think America, it's out of the American dream.
True.
And so like our entire history is, you know, the ruffians sticking it to the man. Yeah. I would argue now you can't do that. American dream, dead. But it is very much something we're taught as kids, even in history class. I know the example they always use is Captain America because, you know, he was the scrawny.
Yes.
Very patriotic kid who then was turned into a superhero.
We'll do an episode on Captain America.
Will we?
America, yeah. Be fun.
Alright. He was never my favorite.
No.
I found him boring. Too much patriotism.
Quite. It's just of a time, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
It was, yeah. I think
it's very
definitely
much
during the war.
Of an era. Whereas now it doesn't really make that much sense.
No.
Yeah.
Any questions, comments, concerns? Sports facts you'd like to tell me? Discuss?
Not really.
What's
surprised
the best?
That you're not going to watch the World Cup.
Why?
Shouldn't be in America. And it's in Canada and Mexico. Just pick one.
It's North America.
Yeah, but the three nations. It's a nation sport. You can't just have it in Europe. It's insane. Insane talk.
We get less into soccer.
But like,
wonder how Canada and Mexico feels about it. Like, are they excited to have some of the games, or are they annoyed to be lumped in with?
I don't know.
The United States, because I think it could be both.
Could be both.
Or it's probably like if you live near where the game's happening, there's probably excitement.
That's the thing is like you can't like go to the games. Like, I just don't understand why it's not all in America. Why it has to be in the other two. Like, you've got massive stadiums. I'm guessing the fields are different. I don't know what the American football fields are like, but you've got huge stadiums. You've got huge like everything's there. Your resources are all there. I don't know why. It's not just hosting it. Strange. It'd be better if it was in Mexico because they're more of a football nation. But if it has to be in America, it should all be in America. Is there any games near you? Yep.
Can I look it up? Why did you assume I would know that?
Because there may be.
I think you were the one who told me the World Cup was in America, and I had no idea.
There was an advert of Steve Carell and Thierry Henry, and the awkwardness of this. Like, they're like, guys, we haven't got any lays for the game. And Thierry Henry's like, oh, we'll have to go and pick some up at the store. I won't do the French accent. And I was like, these two people, like, Steve
Carell, not know who the other one is.
Yeah, Steve Carell has no idea who Thierry Henry is, like, or what he's done, or who he played for, or like.
I haven't seen this.
You will.
I had no idea who he was either.
No, of course not.
I know who Steve Carell is.
Yeah, it was just such a strange pairing. I was like, we need a footballer, so we'll just pick this one, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, look up to see if there's games near me, please.
Okay. If we just can edit this clip out, this bit out.
We can also end it. We don't have to expose where I live.
Oh yeah, true. Although we do often
Although
say
I
Virginia.
definitely talked about, yeah.
Yeah, we do often say Virginia.
And I think the way I talk about Virginia, if you know anything about Virginia, you would easily guess I'm in Northern Virginia. I think I might have even said that.
Okay, the World Cup is taking place in 3 countries. We have 16 cities, over X amount of time zones. Vancouver, Seattle, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Mexico City, Miami, Houston, Dallas, Kansas, Atlanta. Dallas and Houston. Fuck it, they're not even going to know what football is in Texas.
Why did Atlanta confuse you? I know two different people going to Atlanta this week.
Because no one's
At
in
work.
Atlanta. No one in Atlanta knows anything about football. Like, there's
Why
four.
would you think
I
that?
bet there's 4 people there. Because in the middle of America, like that's properly like
Atlanta, Georgia
yeah. In
is
the
not in the middle of
well,
America.
no,
Where do you
middle
think
of
Georgia is?
there. I can see it on a map.
All right.
Kansas City, then. All right, Kansas. Find 4 people who.
Well,
know
in
about
Kansas,
football
they
in
have nothing
Kansas.
better to do. Cow tipping, soccer.
We've got the Derby, Toronto, New York, Boston, Philadelphia. I'll give you them.
Philadelphia is the closest.
Miami will be big because they've got LA and San Francisco. I think they've got all right teams.
You think
Monterrey.
San Francisco has an all right
No, LA
soccer
has
team?
LA, I think, has a LA something or other.
But like, it's not the LA soccer team playing. It's Team
No,
USA
but if you have a
going
good
to
team there, then you're more likely to have a fan base there, which are more likely to have
I see.
yeah. Do you know what I mean?
But
Whereas
like Georgia,
Kansas or Atlanta, they're just being to American sports.
everyone knows what soccer is.
Everybody knows what it is, but why do they give a shit that the game's there?
I think some people just go to any sports games. Yourself?
I do go to any sports game, you're correct. I just can't afford to go to the World Cup.
No, it is very far. I
Yeah.
want to go to the Mexico City. No, actually, I don't want to fly anywhere or drive more than 2 minutes to see soccer.
We should host the World Cup. That'd be good fun. I'd like that.
All right. It's the most patriotic thing you said about your country.
It is the most patriotic thing. It's actually because I live down the road from Old Trafford is just over here, and there would undoubtedly be one in Old Trafford. So, would there? Yeah, there has to be. It's Old Trafford.
You don't have that many stadiums, so surely.
But loads of stadiums. I'm in between two of that. I'm in between the Etihad, which there'd be one either in the Etihad.
You had
or
to spill over to 2 other countries and think of how big we are.
Yeah, but every football team has a stadium. Yeah, we've got the biggest league in the world.
It's the second most patriotic thing you've ever said.
Well, yeah, yeah. The one thing we do well is the Premier League. It's to do with the funding structure. If you're interested, it's because when the TV rights are sold, each team gets gets the equal amount. Whereas in the Spanish league and the German league, up until recently, I don't know whether they've changed it, but they would do it per like game on telly. So obviously
How they got paid?
Yeah. So Real and Barcelona pull in the most amount of money, so they would get the most amount of money. Whereas in England, in the Premier League, how it's divided is like everybody gets the same. There's all your cash from the TV rights. So even your lowest guys get a good chunk of money. Have money, yeah. So then they get more for the sponsorships because they're going to be on the TV, like yada yada yada. So it kind of
Okay, that's actually smart then.
yeah. That was my understanding of it.
Do you guys win a lot?
Who's you guys?
Britain in
England? No.
Europe or the World Cup.
No. Last World Cup was 1966.
Oh,
We came closest last one. Southgate's been our best manager, and I'll fight anybody who says otherwise. No, I won't fight them at
I'll
all.
not
But
fight
like
you.
a lot of people have it in for Southgate, who was our previous manager.
Oh, I've
Uh,
heard people talking about him.
but yeah, but he was a really good manager, and it's a poison chalice because everybody expects England to do well.
And then we
They
don't.
and then we don't, and so it's a total poison chalice. Like I'd never want to be England manager. Luckily, no one's asking, but I'd never want to be.
Someone said, I'll give you £1 million if you're manager for a year.
Yeah.
They probably get paid more than £1 million,
Oh,
don't
way
they?
more than that. Yeah, like 5 or 6. But I'd do it for a cool million. I'm not greedy. Not a greedy man. Let that be on the record.
All right. All right. Any other soccer you'd like to talk about?
No, I don't think so. I think I've exhausted all my knowledge.
Is the World Cup starting?
I think Mexico have the first game. I think
It'd be
Mexico.
embarrassing if the US didn't make it till the end.
You won't make it to the end. You'll make it out of the group stage. So I think you'll win the group, but you won't win the World Cup. Not
All
if
right.
if you guys win the World Cup, there
It's
is
rigged.
it's rigged. It's rigged.
Is this
Right.
just men's or men's and women's?
This is the men's one. I think the women's at a different time, different year.
Oh. Okay, that's why. I refuse.
I think the women's was last year, maybe. I think they alternate. So like men's Euro, women's Euro, men's World Cup, women's World Cup.
Oh.
I think that's the way it is. Think.
All right. Well, thank you for watching Ink in the Eyes. I hope you really liked that we had a sports episode. I should have worn, I don't know if I have a sports jersey, more sporting
We
outfit.
should rest. We should
Tell
do
us.
another sports. We'll do another sports one, and we'll wear our sports jerseys.
I think I got rid of the only sports jersey I had.
Oh, we'll get a Washington Wizards.
Gun
or some
takers?
shit. I don't know what gun takers.
So, do you know the unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt?
I only know some clips.
Yeah, I think we've discussed
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
there's a lot of nonsense that leads up to this point, but the one woman is trying to change Washington's team name. And this was way, 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 way before they actually did, because now they're the Washington Commanders.
I was going to say they actually did, didn't they? Did they get
Yeah,
a new
yeah, yeah.
owner?
But this
or did
show,
they-
I have no idea.
Right.
Because for a while they were just like Washington sports team. They just didn't have a name. It took them a few years. They just like removed the logo, removed the name, and then kind of waited. I think Commanders is a boring name,
Yeah, it's terrible.
but
Better than
you know,
what? Better
it's
than
better
the
than what
previous
it
thing.
used to be. Anyway, this was years and years, the show, before they were discussing actually changing the name. And so the woman was in the show, a white woman, but she was part of, I think, Cherokee Nation. She was like from a Native American, but had
Right.
like tried to take away all of her cultural stuff. And because she was like blue-eyed blonde hair. She is a white woman, the actress. Anyway, she marries the guy who his family owns the team. And so she goes on a tirade that we need to change this. And they're like, no. But she says we should rename them to the Washington Gun Takers because there's like huge protests over the old name. And she's like, people buy these $100 jerseys and then shoot them up. And then they have to buy another jersey to set on fire in their protests. So if we call it the Washington Gun Takers, everyone who supports the team will buy the jerseys, and then everyone who's pissed off by this name will also
We'll
buy
also
the
buy the
jerseys.
jerseys.
And we'll make so much money.
Oh, that's
And
so
when they
clever.
actually, like, we're gonna change the name, I was like, please.
That's
I will
so
support
clever.
if they change
Did
it to
people kick off when they changed it from Redskins? I assume they did, but
I don't know. Every once in a while, I still see someone with like a Redskins shirt,
really.
but rarely. I think at that point it was during a slew of name changes, um,
Oh, so
and
it's kind of
at
hidden
least
under the yeah.
my area is quite diverse. So if people were annoyed, I feel like I didn't really hear about it. And they're not a great team.
Or were they not?
We never followed them. No, they usually make it into the playoffs, and then they do really well for like 2 games, 3 games, and then they choke and do terribly. But I think at one point they were the richest team because all the politicians and lobbyists buy tickets.
Of course.
Yeah. I think their practice stadium is really close to where we live, and I know a bunch of people who have worked there as like videographers and stuff.
That's cool.
Like that was a common internship for my university.
Are they still like that kind of maroony red, or are
Yeah.
they?
It's
Oh,
the
so
same
they
color.
kept the color.
Their logo's I think a W now.
Washington
I don't even know if
Commanders.
they have a mascot.
You think
Because
like
for the
the
Commanders,
capital,
what do
you'd
you
think of
do?
a better name, or just keep it as Washington. Washington's cool.
You could. The problem is you have Washington State. I don't know if they have a football team though.
Right.
But like most people call it DC because otherwise, unless you're the news.
Got you.
And like here, you can kind of tell from context clues. But they're like when I was in England and say Washington, there was like Washington DC or Washington State.
Really, I would never have thought the state. I'd have always thought.
Well, I had a friend who was from out west. That could have been
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So
She was like, "Oh, we're relevant too." Do you mean state? It's like when
Seattle's in Washington State. They're talked about.
yes, yeah, but you'd say Seattle, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's
You
true.
wouldn't say Washington. When when I was very very young, I went to Montreal and as a child, and yeah, people would be and I'd be like the one in France. Like people would be like, my brother said like you can't say that because the one everybody would just immediately think the one in Canada, like not the one
Oh, yeah, I
not the
thought
original
Canada.
one in France. Like it's like when one of our mutual friends is from Washington in England, or very close to Washington.
Oh,
Yeah, you like
yeah.
you can't you like yeah you're
She
being
never
accused.
says. She always says Newark.
No,
Not
she
Newark.
says
I'm thinking
She
New
says
Jersey.
Newcastle.
Newcastle. Um, and then when she finally said Washington, I was like, oh my God. That's the name? And she was like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's historically where like Washington's family is from.
Wow.
And I was like, that's crazy.
Did you get the meme I sent you about we've protected them from the France? It'd be okay if we tax their tea this time. Oh, I'm definitely so idiot. And it's basically like, oh, we've helped this country, like we've built them up, like we've protected them from the French, we've protected them from this. I think we'll just have to raise the tax on tea. It'll be fine, don't worry about it. And then it's like goes to the Civil War.
Well, so they actually raised the taxes.
I know there was more to it than
On
that, and I
the,
realised
yeah.
that I'm not pro British colonialism of America, colony of
Which was
America.
a funny joke. Okay, I suppose I'll accept that.
Thank you for listening, watching, reading today's podcast of Ink in the Eyes. Thank you, Ace, for your glorious
Blue Lock.
research on Blue Lock and your football knowledge.
Okay, no need to
I
mock
mean,
them.
it was the blind leading the blind. Like I'm not that into football, but you know,
Not sure who this episode is for.
I know.
Other people who don't watch football.
Other people who have no idea. Yeah, this is not for people who know anything about Japanese society or football. This is not for people who know anything about football. Right.
Thank
Much
you for
love.
watching. Please subscribe, share with all of your friends, and have an excellent day.